Welcome, everybody, to the Dealing with Yourself podcast, episode 10. I am your host, Daniel Till. Scratch that, fuck it. Danny Till, I don't like sounding so goddamn formal. This is episode 10. And for those who are listening, congratulations! You've made it to 10, motherfuckers! How does that feel, do you feel proud of yourself? I don't know about you guys, but I just hate when people say, "Oh, I'm so proud of you." Now, there's a handful of things. If a parent tells a kid they're proud of them graduating high school, sure, I guess. Or, if a family member or a friend has hit sobriety. Wait, hit? Completed? Able to become sober? Whatever the fuck that term is. And, other than that, nah. But anyway, this is episode 10 of Dealing with Yourself. I am your host, Danny Till, T silent Hill. And for those who are wondering, I haven't recorded an episode in over a month, and I don't care. Why did I stop recording? A handful of things. One was after recording five. There's I think 4 or 5 over the course of 2 days. I just let me think. No, I think I did 5 or 6 over 2 days, and it was just really exhausting. And it stopped being fun, and I just didn't want to. I just wanted to just take a break. So now I really only do it when I want to. So yeah, this is episode 10. Congratulations, you made it to episode 10. And I have been debating. And I think I talked about where I'm going to go for the next 10 of them. So for episodes 11 through 20, they're going to be characters because, for those who don't know, I'm a comedian. I haven't done stand-up in quite a long time because of the pandemic. I know there's comedy in the park. I really honestly thought about doing comedy in the park, but I realized because just the way my style is, it just would not work. It would not work because when you're doing stand-up in a comedy club and you're trying out different stuff, you have this safety that you don't necessarily have when you're outside in a park, especially in Sacramento, because that is just bad. Because again, when you're doing a joke that you're trying out for the first time in a park, that can go either way, because you're doing it into a microphone, and there are houses all over Sac. And I'm sure there's some across or next to the park, and they would not like jokes that I do. Because, I don't necessarily, I'm not, a fucked up comedian. I don't purposely, say shit to piss people off. But I'm just a fan of just ranging from different topics. I just go from, let's say I have a joke about masturbation, and then I make it, and then it cuts to a joke about abortion. Yeah, that just would not, that would not be good. That would not be good at all. Oh, if anybody's looking for a movie recommendation, I watched this movie called Where the Day Takes You from 1992. It stars Dermot Mulroney, Lara Flynn Boyle, Sean Astin. By the way, Sean Astin is incredible in that movie. Kyle MacLachlan's in it. It's Will Smith's first movie that he ever did. He's not in it very much though. And after his character gets kicked out of his wheelchair, you never see him again. Spoiler alert. But yeah, it's a powerful movie about teen runaways. It's something that I feel like people don't talk about enough. And yeah, I give it a 9 out of 10. The reason why I don't give it a perfect movie is because I have an issue with how along with Will Smith's character and another character, they're just gone, and they're never seen again. Okay, now back to talking about podcast. How's everybody's summer been? Actually, yeah, summer's over now. Fall. We are in the middle of October. We are 2 weeks away from Halloween. And I don't know if I'm going to do anything. I don't know if a classmate of mine is throwing another Halloween party like I did last year because of COVID, and we don't want to give each other COVID because that's just bad. And yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm probably just going to be alone. That's usually what it's like every year. I remember because I live in my mom's condo. One year she said like, "Oh, put a bowl of candy out, and are you gonna get a bowl of candy for trick or treaters?" Not one trick or treater came to the door, so I was just like, "All right, more candy for my fat ass." And yeah. So in regards to the 11th or 20, I don't know how long they're gonna be. I think they're gonna be however long I want them to be. And I never really do long episodes except for like a handful because I know that some of them range between 20. I think the shortest is 25 minutes. My longest is 93 minutes. And when I start interviewing people on here, I don't know how long they'll be because I have to ask people to come on and people want to do the podcast, but it's all about, hey, are you available? What days are you available to Zoom? And I can record it. I gotta learn how to do that, by the way. So yeah, learn how to record Zoom, and I'll say, hey, when do you want to Zoom a conversation? And then I will just record it, and then save it to my hard drive, and then upload it. But and then also I had to say, hey, how much time do you have? Do you have like 15, 20, 30 minutes? Do you have an hour? Do you have 2 hours? How much time do you have? And what day are you available to do it? Because there's some people I want to talk to, but like I know there's a few in particular that I know are super busy, so I don't know when they would want to do it. Plus, I gotta figure out Zoom because when I was doing Zoom for classes, I just you sign up for a thingy, go on, and then boom, you're there. Now signing up, and now like creating a Zoom meeting, that's something I gotta figure out because again I haven't been on Zoom since May. Thank God. That was a scary day when I was taking all those finals, especially my stats. The reason my stats is because my Psych 330 Human Statistics, that was the thing where if I don't pass that with a C, I was going to have to take another fucking class of American River College, and luckily I passed with a C. I passed with like a 71. Holy shit, I got lucky. And, yeah. So, like I said, I'll have to ask. Then I gotta figure out Zoom. I'll ask how much time, what day, blah, 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 blah. And, I just gotta find guests. And, then we'll do that. And I mainly want to talk to people I haven't talked to in forever, or don't even really know that well, because I don't know how anybody else out there was in elementary school and junior high and high school. I was never necessarily a well-liked kid. I was kind of, like, I remember on the first day of kindergarten, I was the kid that sat in the corner because I was just so fucking shy and I just didn't really like people. And then over time, classmates started liking me less and less, and then junior high, it was just a whole other fucking situation. That's arguably the worst period of my life. And then high school, I was a quiet kid. I didn't do sports because I didn't want to do sports, and the only sports I would have done are something like X Games related, or lacrosse, or hockey, but, it's the county. They only offer, they offer football, baseball, soccer, basketball, what else do they do? They do golf. Then they have winter games, which is okay, I guess, but I don't want to fucking ski. Oh yeah, tennis too, but I don't like tennis that much. Anyway, so yeah, I'll have to find out when people are available and stuff I want to talk to, and then eventually, if I keep this podcast going, because I know I want to do 100 I want to get to 100. Then I'll have to figure out, do I either want to start a new one, or do I want to just create new cover art and rebrand the name? Because I feel like, with most podcasts, you eventually evolve over time, and then for me, if this starts to become more and more views, if I do episodes, then that could lead to me reaching out and say, hey, would you want to Zoom for like 15, 20 minutes to certain people? Like, there was a person I would want to talk to really badly. There's a comedian named Steve Byrne. Giving him a shout out because right now it's 12:59 in the morning on Friday, October 16th, and his movie that he wrote and directed, called The Opening Act, is available on demand for rental and purchase. It's available everywhere. iTunes. You can rent it there. You can buy it there. You can rent it and buy it on Amazon. Everywhere. It's everywhere. And you can buy it for $14.99. And if you keep it, and if you buy it on iTunes, you get all these special features, which I'm actually going to look forward to. I think I'm going to buy it. A part of me wants to own it on Blu-ray, but at the same time, I feel like if I were to, it's not a movie that I would necessarily loan out to people because, again, like, it's not, I'm not saying I'm not going to, I know I'm going to love the movie. But again, like, I don't have a whole lot of friends who are like, hey, I want to watch a movie about stand-up comedy? Because, they're not, like, I'm really into stand-up, but that's because I'm a comedian. But who knows? But yeah, basically I'm going to buy it on iTunes probably so I can watch all those extras. And I've tweeted at Steve Byrne a bunch, especially over the last few months, because I was curious about his movie, asked for advice, and again, I didn't want to sound like I was kissing his ass. Because whenever I fan out on somebody, I say I apologize if it sounds like I'm kissing your ass. But I'm genuinely a fan of his, and he is a really fun person. And I've watched his interviews on like Collider because he knows Christian Harloff, and they knew each other from the stand-up days. Let me take a little sip of water so I can lube up my throat. So that makes me wonder. When porn stars have to suck a dick, like, do they drink water before they go suck a dick? So that way oh wait, no. But then again, what if her mouth is all moist and her throat is all lubed up from the water? Like, wouldn't the guy come faster? I don't know. It's a random thought. Anyway, so Steve Burns held the cool to me. I've asked him questions, he gave me great answers, and I said, hey, I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm kissing your ass. Sorry if I'm asking so many questions, and he tweeted at me saying, hey, listen, ask any questions, any question, anytime. And I hope one day, obviously not now, I may try, and, if the podcast, as long as I keep doing it, the podcast, starts getting out there more, and I know certain people who have a large following on Instagram, and again, I don't know if that'll help anything, but I just want to say, hey, listen, could you possibly do me a solid? And again, like, it's not like I'm asking out random people, like, it's people I know. I'd be like, hey, listen, would you want to be interested in doing an episode where I talk to you for, I don't know how long you want to talk, I don't know what day you're able to do it, you have to find out about your schedule, and how long you want to talk, and I swear it's something, I actually want to talk to you, but I feel like it would also help because you have a large Instagram following, whereas I got 169 followers. What's really funny is that I follow, I think, I would say 40 to 50 people I went to high school with, and I think only 20 to 25 follow me back, so thanks, butt fucks. But yeah, so eventually, I want to reach out to Steve Byrne, ask if he wants to talk, and then, there's some dream guests that are up there. Number one is the comedian who inspired me to grab the mic the first time when I was 19 years old. I'm 23 now. I've been doing stand-up for 4 years. Is Pete Davidson. And again, it's not one of those things where it's like, oh my god, I want to be like him because he was engaged to Ariana Grande and because he said he had a massive dick. No. Like, I don't give a fuck if he has I don't give a fuck who he's with. I don't give a fuck if he has a big old dick or a Kim Jong wiener. Ken Jong, if you are listening to this, I doubt you're listening to this, but if you are, my apologies. But you know, like your wife said, any guy who watches The Hangover will go home feeling better about themselves. But rim shot. But anyway, I'm a fan of Pete's, obviously, but I just his style, and plus we're around the same age. He's only 3 years older than me. You know, and King of Staten Island is I think the best movie of the year. I've watched it 3 times now, and he's somebody that I would be so scared to talk to, but at the same time I would want to talk to him, meet him, and maybe even like one day when I'm also in show business, possibly work with him on a movie or something, or even like a TV show. Excuse me. Anyway, so yeah, that's a dream guest. A lot of comedians are dream guests because that's kind of where I'm at, where my world is at. But anyway, we are at the 16-minute mark, and if you are listening to me babble on, congratulations. Your brain cells are slowly dying. I swear, me talking at the rate that I talk on here probably kills your brain cells more than pot. Because if your brain on drugs is a couple of fried eggs, what is mine? Like me talking, hurting your brain. Like, wouldn't your brain turn into just, I don't know, moldy potato salad? Why did I go to potato salad? I don't know. Potato salad, good. I don't know about anybody else, but I like paprika on top of my potato salad. Gives it a good little. Sorry, gives it a little. There we go. Because I'm watching the audio recording and it shows like the bars going up and not up and down, but in this case like side to side. So like when I talk, like there's like 3 bars on the left and 3 bars on the right. So you know what I'm saying. Anyway, off the potato salad. Basically, my brain, my talking, your brain. And if you're wondering what I just did, I grabbed my cheeks and just went. Oh, if you're wondering, this is how Donald Duck sounds in bed when he's finishing inside Daisy. You're welcome for ruining your Disney childhood. Donald Duck's an interesting character, man. He's always pissed off. But then again, like, you can't deny Huey, Dewey, and Louie are kind of assholes, especially in those 2 Mickey Once and Twice Upon a Christmas movies. I mean, they're kind of dickheads. Can't deny that they're hyper intelligent. Has anybody watched the new DuckTales? I saw the pilot. The pilot's good. I know it's on Disney Plus. I need to watch it. But I have watched, I think, most of the DuckTales show. I haven't seen the movie. I own the 3 volumes of the show and plus the movie. I bought all the seasons of DuckTales at Costco back when Costco was selling movies. Because Costco doesn't sell movies anymore. It used to, but now it doesn't. And they had decent prices for Disney movies on DVD and Blu-ray. And also, then they would sell Criterions, and they had decent sales on Criterions, man. And but now it's just like, and I still like Costco though. Costco's dope. Costco wholesale. If you want to buy in bulk, go to Costco. Their pizza is good. I mean, you can't deny though, Costco pizza is pretty fucking good. I mean, $10 for a big ass pizza. The only negative, though, is they only have, I think it's only cheese and pepperoni now. There's no combination anymore. And also there's no churros anymore. There's no frozen yogurt anymore. It's now just ice cream. I'm like, Costco, why would you go? Why? What's wrong with frozen yogurt? Frozen yogurt's good. It's less fattening for you. It doesn't kill you as fast as ice cream does. And, yeah, these people are stupid. Let's go in Costco for changing your entire fucking menu, you bunch of assholes. And, yeah. And you know what? I don't want to go to Sam's Club to get a freaking churro. I want a Costco churro, not a Sam's Club churro. And you know what? Sam's Club's pizza is shit. Costco pizza number one. You know what? I don't want to go to Sam's Club to get a freaking churro. I want a Costco churro, not a Sam's Club churro. And you know what? Sam's Club's pizza is shit. Costco pizza number one. You know what? I don't want to go to Sam's Club to get a freaking churro. I want a Costco churro, not a Sam's Club churro. And you know what? Sam's Club's pizza is shit. Costco pizza number one. You know what? I don't want to go to Sam's Club to get a freaking churro. I want a Costco churro, not a Sam's Club churro. And you know what? Sam's Club's pizza is shit. Costco pizza number one. Back to the podcast. A part of me wishes I should edit out, but then again, that would just cause, another hour of labor, because you have to go copy that and then edit that out. It's just... Don't worry, that was just blowing a raspberry. Because if that came out of my south mouth, you would have heard it. Lately, with my dog, specifically my pit bull black lab, his farts have gotten deadlier, man. And the Chihuahuas because we have a Chihuahua too. They live at my mom and sister's house, but the Chihuahua just goes. His farts are just little. Meanwhile, my pit bull black lab's farts are just like. And they're deadly. Which is why we gotta cut them off that dang duck jerky. But you know what? They like that duck jerky. And, yeah. Alright, we're at 22 minutes. I'm gonna do a quick little thingy to wrap it up. Because this is another short episode. And then I'll start doing... Ooh, how did that sound in your headphones? Yeah, buddy. Oh, something I've noticed on Zoom interviews, if you guys have been watching them, do you guys wonder if they're wearing pants? Because I know some wear pants, some don't. And I mean, some would just wear underwear. Me, I would just go full commando, buddy. Because I'd be doing a Zoom and have a dress shirt and tie on top, but you don't know if my dick and balls are just sitting on the chair, or if I'm on one of those weird chairs or with the hernia pillow. They would just be dangling in that little hole of the hernia pillow. Oh, God, I gave you guys such a vivid picture, didn't I? Oh, my God. Has anybody ever had one of those moments where because your underwear is, giving you a giant wedgie, you accidentally sit on your testicles? Or at least one of your testicles? That's happened. Girls don't feel the pain. But then again, apparently if you punch a girl in the boob, that leaves a chance to breast cancer. So, if you kick a dude in the balls, doesn't that give him a better chance of ball cancer, too? Something to think about in the back of your minds. Let's see here. Something because comedy clubs are closed, I've been doing a lot of just, posting jokes on my Snapchat or my Instagram story. And then I thought, just record a bunch and then put them on my Instagram feed. And where you could swipe through and hear the different ones. And it's stuff I'm thinking of on the fly because I'm thinking of different jokes every single day, 24/7. And the way it is in my head, I am I think I kind of if I need a visual sense, I imagine myself on a stage with the microphone, have the light on you. But I think about how the joke is heard and how it comes out of my mouth. Because if I'm really prepared, because I need to start preparing more. Because I know Leslie Jones talks about how every time she does a set, she prepares for 2 hours a day. And again, if she's doing multiple sets a night, I don't know if she's doing multiple hours. So let's say if she does 3 sets in one night, she does 6 hours of material. I don't know if she does the same jokes for the 3 clubs. But I mean, my main thing is that she spends 2 hours preparing her jokes. I definitely have to start preparing my jokes more. Because I think some of my jokes are good. Some of them suck. And some of them are just just shut up, Danny. I don't know if anybody else out there has when they do stand up, they have this motive just to piss people off. And I love pissing people off to a degree that it honestly sometimes hurts what I'm trying to do. But at the same time, I love doing a joke and looking down and the audience member is just giving me a resting bitch face, and then I just be like, suck it! And, they get mad and they get up and they leave. And again, it's never your goal to... It's never your goal to have people get up and leave. But, like, when I can tell they're not having a fun time, when they're just sitting there and they don't like being there, I'm going to make it worse. I will go hard. And, yeah. A couple months ago, like, back in November, there were these two kids, and, like, one talked about how much he loved pee, and the other one talked about how much he loved poo. And I had, I think, a solid joke. But nobody really laughed at it. I don't know if I spoke it too fast or what, but the joke is about the guy who talked about poo, and I was like, it was something. I think it was on the lines of like, I wonder that one guy who loves shit. I mean, like, does he love it so much to where he likes to freeze it and then freeze his own poo and then shove it back up his ass, kind of like a butt plug? And everybody's just like, oh god. And again, I don't know if I spoke it too fast or if the joke's just not funny. Once clubs are back, I'm gonna try that joke again. And it's maybe just wording and how I deliver it, because the way I'm talking now is how I talk on stage. I have to slow down, definitely. And then also kind of just, I don't know, posture, definitely, and then dress a lot more comfortable enough to where, like, hey, you're comfy, but at the same time you care about your posture, you don't slouch, blah, 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 blah. Definitely gotta work on that. So, but I do feel like, a bunch of people I talk to who are comedians, they're thinking about bits every single day, and they hate the fact that clubs are closed. We hate it. We hate that they're closed, man. But LA is doing such a great job of slowly coming back from this. Because again, like, they're doing the drive-in shows, which seem like they're a lot of fun. I know that Fluffy doesn't want to do drive-in shows. He wants to do theaters, and that's fine, because Fluffy's Fluffy. But drive-in shows seem fun though. They seem like a lot of fun to me. And if Gabriel doesn't want to do them, he doesn't have to do them. Then I know that I think, is the store, for those who are watching or in Los Angeles, comment below. Is the store, like, how open is the Comedy Store? Like, I know that they're doing, like, comics go up and do sets behind a glass, what is it? Is it glass, or is it they just stand behind a thing of plastic? Like, how are they doing that? That's what I want to know. And then, yeah. I know that people are comedians are doing stand-up on Zoom. I don't know where this place is. It's probably a building somewhere in Los Angeles. And you come out and you see all these Zoom screens, and then you do your jokes. That just feels so weird, because again, like, you don't know if how many people are watching and they have you on mute. Like, you don't know. And also tonight, I know that the goddamn Comedy Jam did stuff on that. I don't know where they did it. I know it's on Zoom, but I don't know what process they did for that. I'm guessing you had to pay to see that. But again, killer lineup. It had people. It had Steve Byrne, like I said, who I mentioned earlier. You had Jim Jeffries. You had a few others. It seemed like a fun time. Oh yeah, Jamie Kennedy was on there, and that seemed like a fun evening. The goddamn Comedy Jam, for those that don't know, a comedian comes up, tells a story, then he sings a song. He or she sings a song. They sing a song. And I know that Comedy Central did a season called the Comedy Jam. And then months prior, I did a episode of they did the year prior, or in the same year, they did a recorded live version of the goddamn Comedy Jam, where it was, if I'm not mistaken, Adam Devine, Natasha Leggero, Jim Jeffries, and Pete. So if I'm not mistaken, it was fuck, I forgot already. Goddamn. Adam Devine, Natasha Leggero, Jim Jeffries, uh, Pete, and Jay. I know Pete. I think Pete was last because he sang "Gangster's Paradise." That was a good one. And then yeah, and like I said, they did a season of it where it had like Chris Hardwick, I think was on episode 1. Tiffany Haddish was on episode 1. And then sprinkled out, you have other people that are not necessarily comedians, but they're funny people. Like Malin Ackerman came on and sang "Enter Sandman" by Metallica. Bert Kreischer did "Higher" by Creed. But the funniest one was Bobby Lee. He told this very raw and emotional story about how he dealt with depression, how he was a cutter, blah, 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 blah. Then he starts singing the song, oh, God, I forget what it's called, but it's the Rod Stewart song where it's like, if you want my body, and you think I'm sexy, come on, show me, let me know. Well, anyway, he's singing that song, and then he just drops his pants. I think Bobby is wearing some sort of a thong. And then he's singing, and then he just drops his drops his underwear. So you have a little ball, or like this little sensor ball, to where it's all pixelated out, and then he's doing the helicopter dance, or in this case the helicopter dance, and and he's singing the Rod Stewart song. It's really funny. Give it a watch. I don't know if they have it on YouTube or not, because they used to have a bunch of them on YouTube, and then I think because the show ended, or maybe it was musical rights that had an issue, Comedy Central took them all down. Oh, one emotional thing about the Comedy Jam was the episode where Aquafina sang "In the End" by Linkin Park, and Chester Bennington came on stage, and it was, God, when did he pass away? Let me look it up, because this aired in May. Let's see here. Yeah, July. So it aired in May, he passed away in July. But again, I'm sure they shot that, like, I don't know, quite a few months before. But anyway, the goddamn Comedy Jam is a goal of mine. If I stick with stand up, like, cause I've talked to comedians over the years, especially like a comedian I know. I don't know him, but I've met him years ago, called Andrew Ruffalo. By the way, he is on Joe Coy's In His Elements Netflix special that shot in the Philippines. He's on that. Give it a viewing. He's really funny, and he also did a set on Late Late Show with James Corden. And I told him, hey, I hope one day to see you in a random comedy club in the middle in the middle of America, in a random part of America, because that shows I stuck with it. And he's like, yeah, hope to see you there too. And he gave me some great advice. He's a super funny guy. Andrew Ruffalo. Oh, and let me, God damn it. Andrew Arolfo. God damn it. Andrew, if you are listening to this, buddy, I am so sorry. I don't think he is. Why am I keep saying sorry? It's because I'm a very like apologetic person. Whenever I fuck up the littlest thing, and even if it's not my fault, I'm always one of those people to where if I'm in like the supermarket, like I'm at Walmart or something, or Safeway, anyway, I'm coming around a corner and I see somebody, or like I'm about an inch and a half apart in the car, so I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. So I'd be like, oh, sorry, and they go, you're fine. I'm like, oh no, my bad. I would just say that. But some people are just dicks, specifically the elderly. They're just assholes. I mean, like, listen, shut up. When somebody says sorry, you should say something. Old people, specifically the old dudes. The old dudes are a lot more crankier. Maybe it's just because they're mad that they have to wear diapers now. I don't know. Oh man, imagine if your grandson, if you're spending the day with your grandpa and they go, Sean, and then you're like, yeah, grandpa, and I was like, my diaper exploded.
I need you to help me. So what you need to do is roll up my legs, get some wet ones, and ready to take a trip to Funky Town.
Oh, I can only imagine how many people who have listened to this podcast that are just disgusted. They're just disgusted. Yeah, you are. I need to sip the water. And I took the last 3 drops. Fuck. Anyway, so I'm going to wrap this up. So, yeah. I'm going to start recording the episodes 11 through 20 very soon. I'm going to hope to get them out. And then I have to start reaching out and say who wants to come on. I have to do it over Zoom. You have to give me a day, give me a time, everything. And I hope to get some good guests. So, yeah, this has been episode 10. Finally made it to 10 of Dealing With Yourself. I am your host, Danny Till, DANNYT, silent HILL. Oh, wait, no. Gyms are open again. The gyms are fucking open again. Planet Fitness, I've worked out now, I think, 3 days in a row. I feel good. I'm tense, but I feel good, man. You need to, like, working out is how you get rid of all just the rage, man. The rage that just stores up in your body and then on top of that, because I got fat again, so I have to work out like crazy. But yeah, anyway, so this has been episode 10 of Dealing With Yourself, the podcast Dealing With Yourself. I am your host, Danny Till, DANNYT, silent HILL. Thank you very much, and if you like this episode, you want to listen to more, click that subscribe button. And if this is the first episode you're listening to, why the hell are you listening in 10? Go back to 1. I hate to be one of those people, but I mean, like, if this is a podcast that's already in like the hundreds, then yeah, just keep going. But I mean, like, if this is, episode 10 and you haven't listened to the other ones, start there. Take along the journey of watching, scratch that, listening to the podcast. Click that subscribe button, give it a like, comment below. What did you think? What do you want to hear more about? And, yeah, this is episode 10. Goodbye, everybody. Bye!